Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Pisces, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Pisces, I hope that you're doing well. I just wanted to show you this crystal that I chose for this series of readings. And it's this beautiful, ruby crystal. Because I wanted it's like, it's polished, but then there are these kind of drusies and kind of pockets of rawness. And it's just it's so luscious, it's so sultry. And I wanted these general readings to feel, just to have that kind of feeling to them that there's going to be like a depth and a yumminess to the messages of these readings. I don't know what that's about, but here we are. For the overall energy, one of my favorites, the Elemental Oracle, and for your tarot reading, the Light Seers Tarot. So, cards have been pre-shuffled, got the candles going. What energy do you have for Pisces Collective? Thank you, Spirit. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Cancer got this exact card, and I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled and shuffled and shuffled a lot. And you got the same card as Cancer. But, you know, hey, I have a Cancer sun and a Pisces moon, so there could be something about the water signs. Maybe feeling not as watery and more fiery. The word is hearth, and the word above it is comfort. Cancer got a much different feeling, though, from this card than what I'm about to tell you, because I am very focused on this fiery energy for you, Pisces. So you may have fire placements in your chart, or you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. It's such a cozy picture. But number 11, which is the Justice card in the Major Arcana, Libra energy. So that is not as cozy of a energy or a card, because the Justice card talks about karmic balance and kind of paying our dues and things coming into equilibrium, right? Not necessarily the coziest of cards, but for you, I see this coziness, but then I see these kind of starbursts and these sparks of magic. So it's almost as if, okay, Spirit it's like showing you to me as a baby, when you were a child, when you were a baby, that there was this kind of blessedness or magic surrounding your energy, that this could be a whole bunch of your spirit guides that were protecting you, right? Like they always talk about animal energy as being our familiars, right? That spirit is around them and within them to protect us. I certainly believe that about my cats. Sometimes they close in and they draw into me more times than others, and I always think they're protecting me from something, or they're taking any negative energy that I picked up in my day-to-day, and they're kind of transmuting that energy for me. So I see a lot of this at play in your early existence as a human in this lifetime. And part of that could have been having to do with karma and Spirit just said providing you additional support for the struggle that you would face in your life. And I know that resonates with some of you for sure. So 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier, past, present, and future. Advice from Spirit. Wow, that just shot across the desk. Yeah. Big energies. Big energies. Okay. Past energy. You got the Chariot card. Number 7 in the Major Arcana, representing Cancer energy. So another reference to Cancer. So if you have Cancer placements, you're dealing with a Cancer, you may want to watch that reading. Big messages in that reading. Cancer energy. Well, Cancer energy. Why did I say Cancer energy like that? Cancer energy talks about the mother of the zodiac, right? I've also heard of Cancer energy being referred to as the armpit of the zodiac, which is a terrible thing to say as a Cancer. But it's the place in the zodiac where it's almost as if all of the struggle of spiritual experience comes to a head. That those who reside in the water signs, but especially Cancer, are souls who have experienced a lot of karma and a lot of struggle and have transmuted those energies into wisdom. And so for you, Pisces, it's almost like that sentiment is coming through, that you've understood the balance between dark and light, the shadow and the light aspects of who you are. And when we really truly understand that, when we face our shadow, because everyone has one, when we face our shadow, we look at it directly, we understand the things that scare us and hold us back, we can drive forward, we can have a victory. This card can also talk about travel. For you, I don't just see it as like a earthly physical travel to another country or what have you. I see it as an up-leveling, traveling through dimensions, quantum leaping. And that 8 of Pentacles, you've been working diligently on that, trying to elevate yourself, putting the work in, dedicating yourself to it. 8 of Pentacles is all about investment, where we invest the majority of our time. This can talk about a workplace scenario, but for you, I just see it as a personal endeavor. Like you are making strides and decisions for your best and highest good, which have led to a lot of successes. This is past energy. A lot of successes for you. I'm going to ask for a clarifier for the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. 9 of Swords in the reverse. Let's see. And the 3 of Wands. So 9 of Swords in the reverse. 9 of Swords is the nightmare energy. It's beyond analysis paralysis. It's like really just at our wits' end and tossing and turning, unable to get some peace. But you have this card in reverse. So it's kind of like you shuttering that phase of your life out. You just saying, I'm not going to entertain these negative thoughts anymore. 3 of Wands is waiting for the ships to come in, waiting for those opportunities where you've invested your effort into making crucial decisions, and now you're waiting, you know, for the perfect wave. Right? You're waiting for kind of like the next adventure. You've been on so many already, I see, but now it's like trying to reap the rewards. But I feel as though it's frustrating. Six of Wands in the present energy in reverse. Six of Wands talks about victory, public recognition, accolades, promotion. When this card is in the upright, we're being heralded for what we've accomplished. And when it's in the reverse, it's interesting too, because this card, Six of Wands, is this card in the minor arcana. This is a major arcana card, showing me that your spirit guides, that we're here, we're very present and divinely guiding this energy in the past. But in the minor arcana, this is what we can affect as human beings in our day-to-day decision making. And I see as though it's almost like you're still waiting for this victory. You're still waiting, Knight of Swords in the reverse, to get some information, to hear some good news. I see you wanting to get some good news. And there seems to be delay. Why is there delay, Spirit? Spirit just said it has to do with karma. King of Wands in the reverse. Not feeling confident, not feeling like you are fully in your power. This is the King of Wands in the upright. This is divine masculine energy. Somebody, it's fire energy, so it's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This represents somebody who knows who they are, who has the resources to make action happen, who is unapologetic and unafraid about stepping forward. Thank you, Spirit. And in the reverse, this is somebody who lacks some confidence. So I don't know what you're going through right now, but you are, I feel a sense of impatience. I feel a sense of frustration at oneself and one's circumstances. I feel as though you also understand that part of this is karmic. Maybe you made some decisions in your past that you're not proud of, and there's no, I'm not judging it. I'm just saying what Spirit is giving to me. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate, but I think it resonates for somebody. That, I mean, there are things in my past that I'm not proud of, but then the process of making amends when possible, or forgiving ourselves and others. Because sometimes karma is not about, at least this is how I understand it, if you did something bad to somebody in your childhood, like when you were 5, you pushed some kid on the playground, right? Sure, you could go try to track that person down and apologize to them for pushing them on the playground, or you could be generous and forgiving and helpful to others, right? That instead of perpetuating that energy, you make amends in other ways and you do good, right? So there's a part of you that thinks and believes that you understand that there's some karmic debts that still need to be paid off before you can have your victory. But you see the victory, you see it within your grasp, but it's just elusive to you at the present moment. I'm going to ask Spirit why. Three of Pentacles talks about co-creation, collaboration. Do you feel as though you need help? That you can't do something without help? That it's too much for you to handle on your own? That you don't feel confident that you can do it by yourself? And Spirit is saying, ask for that help. Reach out to Soul Tribe. Reach out to Spirit. Sometimes in the Three of Pentacles, you know, these characters are looking up, and sometimes that character can represent Spirit or your spirit guides. It's almost like this magic around you didn't just go away, but it's almost as if when you're a baby, you could see it more clearly. You know, animals and babies, they can see things. Just this morning, Spirit is showing me one of my cats was on the table, and, you know, I was petting him, and he like looked behind me and there was nothing there. And I was looking at him and, you know, trying to be in the present moment, not to be too afraid, because sometimes it's a little creepy when they do that. But just to also recognize in my heart, I know that I am protected. And so, you know, I said in my mind, like, Spirit guides, if you're here, thank you. If he can see you, my cat can see you, thank you. Thank you for being present. But when we're children, when we're innocents, when we haven't been affected by the filters of the matrix and life, and have busy minds, we blight out that energy, we blight out that magic. And Spirit is saying to remember that magic. You can draw upon your spirit guides. You can ask them for assistance. It's important, actually. But, you know, because you have free will, so you can make all of your own decisions, but when you involve Spirit, they can help you. And I think it's going to come to a head, because in your future potential, you got the Devil. Not easy, Pisces. Not an easy reading. The Devil is Capricorn energy, number 15 of the Major Arcana. We all have the Devil energies in our lives that can represent hardship, codependency, debt, addiction, obsession. This particular Devil card, I always like to joke about this because, I mean, I've seen this guy. I see the Devil in my own readings a lot. I almost can feel where he is in the deck. But I always joke with people when I do private readings, just be like, you know, if you had to get the Devil, this is the most attractive one that I have in any of the decks. But, you know, it's almost like that, right? To not make fun of the Devil, but to treat the Devil energy like you would treat any other energy, and say, you know, I see you. I see you. I recognize what's going on, but I'm going to have you sit in the corner and be quiet while I'm off doing great things, while I'm preparing myself to catch that next wave of abundance, of prosperity, of victory. You're not going to keep that away from me. You can try, but you're not going to be successful. I'm going to be successful. And how do we do that? We release the things that are not for our best and highest good. The Spirit just said workaholism, but it's a must, because just because we can coexist with the Devil energy doesn't mean that the Devil should in any way take center stage in our life. It's clarified by the Page of Pentacles, right? So in your future potential, this fear energy, the ties that bind, will prevent you, if you allow it to, from making first steps in a new direction. Now I hear the sirens. Anytime I hear the sirens come in your reading. It's emergency, emergency. Spirit really wants you to hear this. Like, really internalize this, because it's important for you. It's getting very loud. It's important for you to take this next step, this pentacle, a small step, an incremental step, any step outside of this energy. All it takes is one step sometimes. You know, I've been, past couple of readings, I've been talking about a new step that I just made, which is I signed up for a Pilates membership, right? Which may not seem like a big deal to people who are like healthy, but I have never, ever done anything like this before, ever. And a beautiful Pisces friend was the one who encouraged me to take these classes with her. And you have to step outside of comfort zone. You have to make a small step forward to have bigger gains. And release yourself from fear of ridicule, your doubt, because those were all my fears. You know, yes, it's an expense. You have to give a little to get a little, but I'm 7 weeks in and I love it. It kicks my butt, and I feel really foolish sometimes when I can't do some of the moves, which is more often than not. But then I noticed yesterday after class, I could do some of the moves, and my core is stronger, and I feel stronger. And what a development. And whether you're doing that physically or you're doing that emotionally, taking that first step is the key. And Spirit is saying that this energy has a very strong possibility of preventing you from doing that unless you put a stop to it. We need a clarifier on the Devil. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Devil wants to prevent you from accelerating your growth. It's the order in the tarot is Page, Knight, Queen, King. So once you actually take this brave step into whatever it is, apply it to your situation, one brave step, taking a new class, asking somebody out, starting a new job, moving to a new town, which those are big steps. But okay, let's take smaller steps. Thank you, Spirit. Having lunch by yourself in a restaurant. Yes, Spirit saying that's a perfect example. Thank you. Having lunch in a restaurant by yourself. I love doing that. I don't do that all the time, but I love doing it. I think I'm going to do that. Having lunch by yourself. Walking into a store you've never been in, but you've always been curious about. Writing an email to somebody you admire. That's very specific. Small steps, right? But I asked for a clarifier on the Devil, and I got the Knight of Pentacles. Once you make this small step, you will be shocked at how quickly you accelerate and you up-level yourself. But the Devil wants to hide that possibility from you. Which I feel as though, you know, you're going to tell that Devil what for. You're not going to allow this to happen because now you've seen it. You see it, and you're not going to allow it to happen. Remember, this is just taking a temperature on the energy floating around you at this time. You can literally change your life today by making a different kind of decision. That's what this card is all about. Decision. Advice from Spirit, 5 of Wands in the reverse. Get out of your own head. Stop fighting against yourself. Stop trying to compete with others. I just heard. You don't have to compete with others. It's not about others. It's about you. Get out of your own head and your own fear. Be curious. This is another crucial first step. Page of Swords. If you aren't comfortable with taking that first physical step, then maybe you can take a first step into research. So Page of Swords is all about curious energy and doing research and reading and exploration of the mind. So maybe you say, you know what, I am going to have lunch by myself. But you're just like, where should I go? Well, I want to go to somewhere new. So then you go on Google, or you go on an Open Table, or whatever platform you have, and you research the restaurants in your area that are accessible to you. And you say, okay, I've always wanted to try this restaurant. I'm going to go by myself. I'm going to make a reservation. It's small steps. And then you never know. You're sitting in that restaurant by yourself. Who knows what amazing person you could meet? Let's get one more card, one last card for advice from Spirit. Wow. Pisces, I love this for you. And I'm a Pisces moon, so I love this for me too. The Tower and the Knight of Cups. Who are you going to meet in that restaurant when you're having lunch by yourself? Somebody who could rock your whole world in a nice way that comes with a bouquet of flowers. Oh, I'm excited. I am going to make a reservation somewhere. This is my sign. I hope it is yours. It's yours too. Now, it doesn't just have to be romantic, but if you want it to be romantic, this is it. Because it's like the Tower, major arcana representing Aries and Scorpio energy, talks about a shakeup, shock, awe, and surprise. And sometimes that shock, awe, and surprise is a great thing. Shaking up the energy. The stagnancy. And I said, you never know who you're going to meet in that restaurant. And here they are, Knight of Cups, somebody who comes in quickly with a genuine and authentic message of love or friendship. So maybe it's not a romantic partner. Maybe it's just a cool new friend. We could all use a cool friend. Right? That, I love that ending. Thank you, Spirit. That's awesome. That's your reading, Pisces. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Pisces.